Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to look at these DIY life-size giant nutcrackers. Let's get started. Alright guys, so I'm excited to talk to you about these DIY nutcrackers that we created in December and January of 2022 and 2023. We decided to make the nutcrackers because we were actually looking for some life-size giant ones, and they're really expensive. They're like $600 to $1,000. So DIY was definitely in the picture here to save some money as well as to build to suit. Now I'll say right up front that DIY crafts is not my forte. I'm definitely a guy who likes to build solar, drive tractors, and do home improvement projects, but I couldn't pass up the opportunity to try something new as well as save some money. I do want to mention that this will not be a full online DIY how to build a nutcracker. There's plenty of online tutorials for that. This is rather just a review of these nutcrackers, highlighting some of the features that we built in, along with a slideshow that I'll present towards the end of this video with many details of the build that you won't want to miss. Now getting back to the nutcrackers, we actually named them. On our left, we have Big Red. Big Red was actually the only nutcracker that made it out for Christmas in 2022. We hadn't finished up his brother, who was named Jolly Green. Just to note, Jolly Green was finished up on January 2nd. This year, we're really excited to have both nutcrackers out for us, our neighbors, and community to enjoy. The nutcrackers look great both in the daylight and at night. Looking at some of the details of both Big Red and Jolly Green, including their base, they stand about 7 feet tall. The nutcrackers are made of sonotubes as well as 3 and 4 inch PVC pipe for the arms and legs. As you'll see in the slideshow, I also reinforced the inside of the sonotubes using pressure treated furling strips. Using the wood strips is also helpful in anchoring the arms into the body. There's also wood rounds on the top and the bottom of the sonotubes on each nutcracker for support and structural integrity. DIY nutcrackers can be as ornate as you want them to be. We kept things pretty simple here, using some garland to outline the bodies of each nutcracker. However, we did put some time and energy into accessories. Big Red sports a nice long golden staff highlighted by a Christmas bulb and some garland. Not to be outdone, Jolly Green has his own custom built drum. This is actually a recycled pool chemical bucket. I went ahead and custom designed and 3D printed a very distinguished nose for each nutcracker. New for this year is the addition of liquid flex seal on the top of each nutcracker. This helps seal in that top wooden round so no water will get inside. Now we did use Hobbycraft paint, which is available at Michael's and Hobby Lobby and some other stores. This was a lower cost option in putting together the nutcrackers. We also used a water-based shellac and gave it a couple coats over the paint. Our approach to waterproofing had some mixed results. For Big Red, both the shellac and paint has held up very well. Now Jolly Green seems to be a different story as his shellac clear coat is beginning to flake. Since putting the nutcrackers out in early December, we've had a very warm season, including several days of heavy rain. If heavy rain is in the forecast, I do try to bring in each nutcracker. They are very easy to disassemble. Just to note, both nutcrackers were left out for about 3 days in some pretty good moderate rain, so it's surprising that Jolly Green is flaking but not Big Red. Somewhat of a mystery there, but I'm thinking that Big Red going through a full season was hardened up a little better. A better option moving forward would be trying to use a product like Drylock to seal the sonotubes before you actually paint them, and then using exterior grade paint, which would hold up better to the elements. This of course is going to add a lot more cost to the project. Right now these nutcrackers are coming in between $100 and $150 each. The biggest cost here is the PVC. Buying PVC at the time of creation for the nutcrackers was absolutely outrageous in price. This is one of the reasons we went with a less expensive paint option, as well as the potential fumes of the Drylock in our basement when we were creating the nutcrackers in early December. One of the last features I want to highlight on the nutcrackers are the base. Now I designed the boxes with the back being open. This allows me to put in a 4x8x16 cinder block to help weigh down the nutcrackers. I really haven't seen this on any other builds online from other creators. I'm not sure how they anchor their nutcrackers down, but this is essential in keeping the nutcrackers on the ground and upright. Lastly, I just want to mention this was a nice opportunity for our family to be together and to work together on something during the holidays. It was time well spent. I'm hoping this was helpful for you so far. Stay tuned now for the slideshow. You'll see some of the fine details. And if you're going to build a Nutcracker, good luck. Reach out if you have any questions. Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year.